Hey everyone, Corey Walen, managing partner, Bridgemark Strategies, firm that's helped over 1,000 financial advisors objectively explore the broker-dealer and RIA marketplace and help them find the firm with the right combination of feel, fit, and financials for them and their business. When we first start working with a client, they think a main part of our value is having a deep understanding of their business and helping align them with the firms that are going to best complement their wants, their needs, and their long-term goals. And while that's part of our value, or another big part of our value is working alongside them throughout the whole process to help them ask the right questions, to make a really good decision, but more importantly, not make a really big mistake. Understand where the skeletons are and the red flags are in the process before they make a transition, and not after they make a transition to another firm. And with upfront offers being higher than they've ever been, both on the employee side and the independent side, working with our clients, we've seen a couple pitfalls that financial advisors can fall into that we just wanted to bring to light and make sure that you understand. So the first one we've seen is around note length. So as offers have gotten higher and higher, both on the independent side and on the employee side, deals have gotten longer and longer. So I was working with a financial advisor the other day who was exploring a couple firms. He looked at the offer and it looked like a 9-year deal for the upfront offer. And as he continued to dig into it, there was basically 4 years of back-end incentives for him if he properly brought his practice over and grew at a certain clip that he would get back-end bogeys. But what he didn't notice is every single one of those back-end bogeys on year 1, year 2, year 3, and year 4, they also had 9-year notes attached to them. So basically, if he hit his year 4 number, he would have to stay at the firm, not for 9 years, but for 13 years in order to get the total economic incentive that the firm was offering him. The second thing we've been seeing is around loan forgiveness. With 80% of firms out there, if you sign a 10-year deal, 1/10 of that deal is going to be forgiven every single year. So if you are 5 years into a 10-year deal and you decide you want to go to another firm, you'll owe half of that money back in order to leave. If you stay for 7 years out of a 10-year deal, you would owe 30% of that money back in order to leave. But what we've been seeing with a couple firms recently is they kind of have hockey stick forgiveness over that 10-year time period. So basically from the first year to the 5th year, not much at all is forgiven. And in years 8, 9, 10, more than 70% of the note is forgiven. So not understanding that and you taking a deal to go to a firm that doesn't wind up working out, if you're 5 years into a 10-year note and you find out that you still need to pay back almost 100% of the money that was given to you, that's not a really good place to be in. So just understanding what the amortization table looks like, that's definitely something we can help you understand. The third thing we're seeing is with these really, really large deals, in order to make the deals look even more exciting, there's really large back-end incentives. Once again, if a financial advisor retains all of their business from their old firm and they're growing every single year at a solid clip, they could get an additional back-end bonus that makes the total economic package even more exciting. But with some of the firms out there, the growth rates are, you would have to have such exponential growth in order to hit all of those. And unless you look really, really carefully and understand, what it takes to get those back-end incentives, they're really, really unlikely that you're going to hit them. And if you took those out, sometimes they're going to be much more comparable with some of the other firms out there in the marketplace. And then the fourth thing that we're seeing is, especially on the independent side, there are really, really high upfront offers. But with some of the firms out there, you are basically getting that upfront money and you're sacrificing a lot of long-term payout to get that upfront money. So I just talked about this in one of my most recent podcasts, but I was working with an advisor a couple weeks ago and he got $1 million upfront offer to make a transition to the independent side. But once we did the math and put everything on a spreadsheet, he realized that if within 2.5 years, that broker dealer was going to make all of their money back because the payout was so low. And then for the rest of his career, he was going to be stuck with that really, really low payout. So we can work with you and from an economic standpoint on a spreadsheet, help you understand what the upfront money looks like, how that impacts long-term economics, and help you compare multiple firms side by side to make sure you're getting the best combination of both upfront incentives and long-term economics. As you can see, just in the one small deal portion of this decision-making process, there's a lot of potential potholes and landmines that you could potentially step on. And that's the value that we bring working alongside you to make sure you're just asking the right questions and you know where those are before you make a decision and not afterwards. Our services are no cost to you, and I really look forward to connecting soon. If you have any questions, my contact information will be at the end of this video, and it's also in the About section of my YouTube channel or on the bottom of my podcast. Really hope this helped. I hope you have a great day.